In this Getting Started recording for Math 152W01 Spring 2013, we will take a look at the materials that are located on My Math Lab. First, to log into My Math Lab, you can click in Blackboard on the button that says My Math Lab. This will take you to the Pearson site for My Lab courses. You will notice, you may want to put this on your favorites, that the address is pearsonmylabandmastering.com. So I'll point that out. Now the first time you go here, you will need to register for the course. And so what you want to do is click on the student here. And the first thing you have to enter is my course ID. That's the ID that begins with McCormick, and then I believe it has like 5 digits that follow. So you want to enter that in and then click on continue, and it'll ask you to create a username and password. You may find it easiest to use the same username and password that you use for Blackboard, just to try to make it a little bit easier. Also, it'll ask for your email address, and I do recommend that you use your Germana email address. I'm already registered, so once you register, you'll be clicking on this button, and I'm going to put in my username and my password and click on sign in. And this may take a moment to open. Now I have several courses I'm teaching on My Math Lab, so you can see a lot of different ones. But the one you're looking for is Math 152 Online Spring 2013. And this is the ID I was talking about, McCormick 87805. So I'm going to click on the course link. Okay, and message about the browser. Alright, now the first page that you come to in My Math Lab is the dashboard. This gives you upcoming events. You can see the first 3 homework assignments are listed here. We have 11 days until they're due. It also has the browser check, so you do want to complete that. I also recommend that you watch the video on how to enter answers. On the right side, because I haven't done anything yet, will be your results. It'll keep track of your results in terms of what you've done. Now be careful, the overall score that is kept here will not be actually your score in the course, because it doesn't take the labs or the exams into account. So it gives you an idea of where you stand on your homework and your quizzes, but it's only a small portion of your grade. Down below you can see how many homework assignments. There are 23, 12 quizzes, 2 tests. There's a study plan. That part is optional. If you want to do those, you can do those to help bring your grade up, in terms of helping you to learn the material. Now, I don't use this for announcements. I'll use Blackboard to do the announcements, where your course materials are, your lectures and your lecture notes and your sample problems. So Blackboard is where I'll be posting the announcements. However, homework is located here in My Math Lab. Okay, and you can see it's all listed here, all of the assignments. The very first one is the orientation homework. And I'm going to actually skip over that. That will help you get used to entering your answers and that kind of thing, how to submit and so forth. So very instructive activity. And I'm just going to pick 10.2 here. And you can see we have 14 questions. And you'll notice some of them have a little film clip to the side. That means there's a video that will go with that question to explain the concept if you get stuck. And so let me just go to question number 2, since that has one. Now what you'll find is sometimes these questions will be multiple choice. Sometimes, though, they are like this one, where you have to fill in a number. So you have to simplify this expression and evaluate it, and put the answer in here. Now to the left of the question you'll see a math palette, and this contains symbols that are commonly used. If you need to enter a fraction, you would click on this, and then a fraction will appear here and you can enter the numerator and denominator. You have a mixed number. This is used for exponents, for absolute value, for square roots, for nth roots, for subscripts, and then for ordered pairs. And actually there are some more if you click on that. Now to the right you'll find some help buttons. If you get stuck on this question when you go to do the homework, you have two choices. First of all, you may click on Help Me Solve This, and it will take you step by step through the process of solving this problem. If you do that, it will give you a different problem than to solve for your homework credit. And you can do these questions as many times as you want. Each time it'll generate a different question. If you click on View an Example, it'll work an example similar to this problem, and then when you go back to do the problem, you'll have the same problem you started with. If you want to see a video on this particular concept, you click on Video. The textbook will take you to the e-textbook, so you can read the section that would help you. It'll take you directly to where the material will help you figure out how to solve this problem. And then finally, if you've tried these and none of them work, you click on Ask My Instructor, and the Ask My Instructor will send an email directly to me and give me a link that when I click on it, it will open me up right to the problem, and you can type a question about the problem. And then a couple of ways I answer those. One way is just to type out an answer, just email back with an answer. Another thing I may do is if I'm getting a lot of questions about the same thing, I may actually post something in Blackboard, and I'll email you and tell you I posted something in Blackboard. Sometimes a recording like I'm doing now is better than typed instructions. Okay, and so that's the way the homework goes, and you can go from one problem to the next just by clicking on the numbers, and you can see you have to click to go to the next group. Okay, so when you've finished the homework, you want to save it. Okay, you want to make sure you save it. So that's your homework. Okay. So until the due date, you have until the due date. So in this case, the 21st of January, you have until 11:59 p.m. To get this in. And it will cut you off if you're, and indicate it's incomplete if you're in process, so you want to make sure you save it before 11:59. Okay, so all of your homework assignments are there, located under the homework button. Quizzes and exams are located here. And again, these work very much the same way as the homework. The only exception is there are no help buttons. And you get to take, notice you have 3 attempts until the due date. You have only until the due date. It does keep the highest score of the 3. So you have 3 attempts until the due date. So for example, this first quiz is due on the 28th of January. So you'd want to make sure again that you submit it before 11:59 p.m. Okay, study plan is the optional part. You can use that if you want. This is developed, and let me just view all chapters since we're not doing chapter 1. You can go to chapter 2 and you can earn points there. What it does is it tells you what to study based on your homework and quiz grades, what you need to review. So if you want to do that, you can. To find your grades, you click on Grade Book. Now in this case, I went to the 10.2 homework, but I haven't done anything. So at this point, you can see 0 out of 14. When you click on the review button, it gives you a chance to go back and go over the questions again. So you don't want to go this way when you're trying to improve your score. You want to go through the homework button. But this gives you a way to review it after the homework's no longer available because the due date has expired. You can get to it here. Also, in the grade book, when you see a quiz, you can click on review like we did for the homework, and it will give you a chance to print that particular assignment, that particular quiz. Chapter contents, this is additional information by chapter, and let me just pick, let's see, we're actually doing chapter, and let's go down to chapter 10. Okay, so if I went to 10.2, which was the homework I looked at, there is a video presentation that was recorded by the textbook company. So if you want to watch these in addition to the ones that I have created, that's fine. If you find these are better for you, by all means use these in lieu of the ones that I created. This will take you to the textbook if you're using the e-book, the e-text, and then again it has a link to your study plan if you're trying to learn the parts that you missed on the homework and the quizzes. And all right, chapter tools for success. This has some study materials that may be helpful, graphing calculator help, some podcasts, flashcards, and that kind of thing. Multimedia library is set up by chapters, so we're in chapter 10 initially. Okay, and let's just choose 10.2 since we've been looking at that, and I'll select all just to show you. So you can see there's a link to the multimedia textbook, to a PowerPoint presentation, again made by the textbook company, and also that same video lecture we just looked at in the previous group, the chapter contents. So those are available for you to use as you wish. Let me go back to the dashboard here. So hopefully that's enough to get you started in MyMathLab. And of course, when you're done with MyMathLab, you want to sign out up here.